Say, man, what's up? This your boy Charleston White, and I want y'all to listen to me real good. I'm gonna say this once, and I'm gonna say it slow, so I ain't got to say it no more. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and tune in to Real Life Street Stars on YouTube. Tap in. Please don't tap out.
Real life. If that shit ain't real life,
it ain't real life. Just ain't real. Real life street stars. Know what time it is.
Real Life Street Stars, y'all put it together, man. Oh, this is something very special right here. A lot of our fans are catered and enjoy Charleston White coming back through and giving us his knowledge and just, you know, being who he is. But there was someone that, of course, Charleston White will always refer to when he says things like the old man, Pops. You might have heard someone say Weasel.
The old nigga.
The old nigga.
Yeah, with the ER. Yeah, with the ER.
What do you say? Not the pastor, not the priest, but the minister. You might have heard some things to where we finally got him here on the couch where we're gonna have a conversation. Charleston, thank you.
Yeah, we call him my Moses, where we from.
Oh man.
Yeah. My nigga Joe Blow say he Moses and I'm baby Jesus. So yeah.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Well, let's do it like this. Charleston, first and foremost, thank you for bringing Pops through. We're gonna talk to Pops, but before we get started, I want to just have you speak on how y'all met. And what is he to you as far as, you know, when people look at who Charleston White is from the internet ongoing? Let's go a little before that, you know what I'm saying? The activist Charleston White. Yeah. I think y'all met during that time.
Oh, he you know, he a legend in our town. So, you know, you hear a lot of big names, but nobody in our city of his age or from his generation still has the heart, the ears, and the minds of the youth in the streets, and that's been a long time. So the police would describe him like the Godfather. Mm. If you would have had to try to, you know, put a title to him.
Okay.
Tough. Everybody call him Pops. He the old man. And when he talk, everybody listen. So, somebody had told Pops about what I be doing in the community in DC. So they told Pops to look at me and to give me a call. And so he made a call one day. So it's like, you know, it's like if Lucky Luciano give you a call one day, you ride in the car and he said, hey, I've been watching you, man, and I see what you're doing with kids. And these kids down here, they need some help. Come talk to me. And so when I went and sat down and talked to him, I just finished reading the Black Panther Party's a book for the second time about the 10-point principles and how to infiltrate a community, right? So I was already having a vision and the passion and the desire to want to start doing youth work in the community because I had been traveling around the country. And my mother used to say things like, son, charity starts in the home. Oh, so while I was going around the country, I wasn't doing nothing here locally. I was doing something in the juvenile detention centers. So I wanted to become more preventative. I wanted to institute more preventative measures than intervening, right? So when he called, it gave me direction.
Okay.
So when I sat down with him, he told me what he wanted. He told me he didn't want to hear no lies. Don't come down here lying. And I said, Pops. And so I told him a lie.
Right. Let's start with that.
But I told him a lie that we all tell. We say things with good intentions, not knowing if we could deliver. We say things with good intentions, not knowing if we can really deliver. So I said, yeah, Pops, I'm gonna clothe, feed, and educate these babies. And I ain't have $1 to do it. But I walked away saying to myself, I can't lie to that old man. And to this day, I still tell myself, I don't lie to that old man. Yeah, so I ain't lied to him.
So let's do it like this, because you shining way too hard, and I don't want them to be distracted from the message we about to get from them. So we're gonna bring you back in and chop it over with them. But yeah, we gonna have you come out for a second. Again, Pops, Charleston White. Someone told you about him. Can you tell us as far as how did that meeting happen, and what were your thoughts on Charleston White, the man? This is before the internet. Can you tell us how y'all linked up?
First of all of them call me Moses, all of them call me this, and all of them call me that. I ain't nothing but a G. I'm a professional gambler, and I had a building where I gamble in every day and every night, because that's what I do. Charleston White was a youngster that one of my friends told me, said, call Charleston down here, Pop. So I said, you call him down here. You the one want him. You call him down here. Nigga, I don't want to meet no Charleston White. So I called Charleston down there. So when Charleston come down there, Charleston told me, he said, Pop, I'm going to feed these kids, I'm going to clothe these kids, and I'm going to shelter these kids and take care of these kids. I said, boy, I don't want to hear no lie. The first woman he had was a Democrat. That was the first lady he had. She didn't have no money. He hurried up and fired her and got with the Republicans. And when he got with the Republicans, he did everything that he was supposed to do. But Charleston White, after he heard my mouth, he didn't want them kids down there with me because I have a real foul mouth. I got a ghetto mouth, a real ghetto mouth. It's nasty, very nasty. Man. So when Charleston White was hearing my mouth, he couldn't understand that because he's a little English white boy. That's what he is. So he came down to the bottomless pit and had to get a chance to listen to Pop's mouth, give orders, and tell people what to do. And when Charleston brought them kids down there to do this every day and things like that, Charleston didn't like the way I talk to them kids. Nigga, if you don't get your ass over there and say, I'll kick you dead in your ass, little nigga, do you hear me? Charleston didn't like that. So Charleston went and told the preacher, said, man, I got to get these kids up down here where Papa is, man. Papa ain't this. He said, okay then, $50 an hour. So I give Charleston the key to my place. Charleston opened up the key to my place. Me, him, and the kids got along real well. The kids got everything. Their mamas and daddies got everything because Charleston brought all them rich peckerwoods down there to my place, including the chief of the police and everybody. And I don't do that. They don't do that.
To the gambling spot?
Everybody to a gambling spot. The gambling spot. That's what Classy Lady was. They say it's a church house and all of this. Classy Lady was a small country town casino that Pop had. And Pop do what he want to do and don't care about going to jail for gambling. I don't sell dope no more. I don't rob no more. I don't steal no more, but I'm going to run gambling. And that's what I done.
Does anyone ever compare you to Dick Gregory?
Dick Gregory is my, old ancestor that I believe in, and I listen to him. I listened to Dick Gregory when I was a little boy. I listened to all of them when I was a little boy, Red Fox and all of them. All of them had jobs. I never had no job. Don't no white man tell me nothing. Don't no Italian tell me nothing. Don't nobody tell me nothing. I ride solo dolo all alone, all by myself. And I mind my business and I stand behind my business and my place of business. And my place of business became the place where everybody loved to come. Because it ain't going to be no fighting. It ain't going to be no shooting. It's going to be some. But I'm going to be right in the middle of it, breaking it up.
There you go.
You can't do that here. And especially you fighting one another. Y'all that ignorant to fight one another, sisters and brothers and everything. So that's how me and Charleston White met and got together. And Charleston White sit and watch me and studied me. But Charleston White is like, he's the spirit. He's the spirit because what he used to say to white folks, he started saying to black folks. because saying it to white folks, he didn't get no money. Saying it to black folks, he got paid. And they got a chance to call his name and everything, and that's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be what he made himself to be, and they helped make him that because they listened to him and they followed him, and those are the niggas. He can't use N-I-G-G-E-R. He can't use that. He have to use N-I-G-G-A or however you spell it. That's a modifier of nigga. You can't modify nigga, what them old niggas had to go through.
So let's say this. You're about to celebrate your 79th birthday coming up. 79 years old you're about to be. I want you to break down what to you is the Black American.
You want me to break down to you what is a Black American?
What's our Black history?
Yeah, what's our Black history in the mentality of the Black American?
The Black American don't have no history. The Black American don't have no history. He didn't write his history. He didn't sing his history. He don't have no history no more. The Black Americans following the English history and the Muslims history. They not following their ancestors, the slaves, and what the slaves had to go through and what the slaves tried to hand down to them. So,
can you explain the difference between where we come from and where we are now, the different faction of people?
Yeah, can you explain the difference from where we come from to where we are now?
Can I explain where we come from to where we are now?
The nigga, the Negro, the
word nigga, the word nigga come from the white boy not being able to pronounce. He give the blacks, how much you give me for this nigga? The nigga on the auction block. How much you give me for this nigga? How much you give me for this nigga? How much you give me for this nigga? You old sorry nigga. You old sorry nigga. The white boy created that name for a culture of people that he had no name for.
You know, I always thought it was from the country Niger or Nigeria.
No, none of that. None of that. Because that dumbass white boy couldn't say nothing. He said, nigger, N-I-G-G-E-R. Sorry, he said, nigga, get that water over there. That man don't know what he talking about. He African. He don't know nothing about go get no water over there. Ain't no translator. They got translators then. They ain't no translator. Sorry, nigga, hit him with a whip. Go get that water. Damn, he don't know what he telling him to do. You dumb, you ignorant, you illiterate. Them people wasn't dumb. Them people wasn't illiterate. They was just didn't know what he's saying. And he called them niggas. Then one day, a white master, a white slave master had a whip back to hit a black woman, and he called her a nigger. She said, don't call me no nigger. He said, 90, but he created that word nigger. The white boy created that word nigger in America, and that's a race of people. When they hang on nigger, they got N-I-G-G-E-R up there on the southern tree. That's a nigger. That ain't no Negro. That ain't no Afro-American. That's just black. A nigga.
Should we be celebrating Black History Month? Like, right now is Black History Month. Should we celebrate it?
I celebrate Black History Month every day. White boy can't give me no one day, but he get a Black American 1 month to celebrate history. You celebrate, he give him February to celebrate history. You can't give me no time to celebrate no history. Who you think you are? Who do you actually think you are that you can dictate to us and tell us what to do, but you done a good job?
So when do you feel the nigger became the nigga? When did that take place?
The nigger have never became the nigga. The nigger is dead and gone. Ain't no more niggas. Ain't no more niggas. And I don't like when my people use the word nigger, but that's what they use, nigger. Everybody used the word nigger. Those was a race of people that never had a chance to have on shoes like you, jewelry on their fingers and things. Them people worked all day, all night, everything. They didn't have no chance to do nothing but work. They don't know nothing about nothing. Then it changed to Negro. Negro mean you went and got that white boy's education. Now you smart, you can go get his job, you can read and write. You can't compare.
The nigga the nigga couldn't read and write, but what could they do? Even since they couldn't read and write, what did they know how to do?
Learn how to work and do what that white boy said do or get hit with that whip.
Oh.
And then they went to trying to learn how to read. They worked. They done what the slave masters, the old white boy, tell them to do all day long and all night long. They worked. Then all of a sudden they went to give them books. The first book they give them the Bible because they wanted to be forgive. See if the blacks will forgive us like Jesus forgive. Forgive. They know nothing about no reading. They know nothing about what they're reading. They know nobody to know what to tell them how to read.
That's very true. Let me ask you, Pops, how upset are you?
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. The reason why I'm not upset, I don't understand, but I'm not upset because I learned how to survive and eat in this country, and I can't read and write. I'm not upset about nothing. I don't dislike you. I don't F with you. Because I know you don't like me, so what I'm going to mess with you for? So everything I try to do over here without having to come on over here asking you or fooling with you for anything.
Do you feel we should have got 40 acres and a mule when they freed us?
We ain't never been free.
Oh, man. That's some real
Free
shit.
what? Free to do what?
That's some...
Free to go get a white man's job? And go watch some football and watch some basketball and buy a little old jewelry. Free? Free to do what? You don't make no law. You don't manufacture nothing. You don't produce nothing. So where's your freedom at? And if the Negro don't have that white boy, he in trouble. He don't know how to eat. He don't know how to eat. The only way he don't know how to eat, he got to go fill out an application and got to go get that job and got to stay on that job and do what the master said do.
So giving us 40 acres would have been giving us too much power back then.
They ain't gonna give you shit.
That's
Why? They ain't gave you nothing in all these years. They give an immigrant or a refugee more than they give slave descent. Now they might give you something because you got a Nigerian. You consider the immigrant. I go up there and ask them for something, well, yeah, I'll give you shit. You gotta still take what you want. Fuck you. Excuse me, ma'am, I'm sorry.
No, please.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, but they ain't give you nothing. They ain't giving you nothing when they give you 40 acres and a mule. They come over here and took this land from the Indians. Now how they gonna give me something? It's God's land. God put this land here for man. You done gathered it all up. Now you gonna dictate to what you gonna do on it too, that 1700 law? Man, that shit don't work no more. Everybody over here now. Every tongue is in America. America's Babylon. And everybody hate one another. They all doing one another every kind of way. If a person got a country to go to where's a culture, why did he leave that country where's a culture at to come over here where there ain't no culture? Especially, we ain't no culture. Black man ain't no culture. He gave up his culture. He didn't want to follow what the slaves done or what the slaves passed down. He did what Dr. King said do. He went and got that white boy's education. Now he that white boy. And he think that white boy is Superman. That white boy ain't Superman. Iran, Iraq, all these countries is rebelling against him right now. Putin would want to fire on him so fast he don't know what to do.
Where does a black man go?
Huh?
Where can a black man go to be good out here? Like,
where can a black man go
to be good? Like to have
a black man in America, he can't go nowhere. He got to stay right here. Don't nobody, he can't go nowhere else.
Yeah, like he can't go out the country.
He can't go nowhere else, so he got to break away from the white boy, stay right here and start his own and just do what he got to do. And when the white boy bother him, bam, why you bother me? Why you bother me? You got everything, I ain't got nothing. Why you bother me?
If we were to get reparations, what do you think they should give black Americans?
Huh?
If we were to get reparations, what should we get instead of money? You think we should get money?
No. Hell no.
Free education?
Fuck the education. Excuse me, ma'am.
What should we get?
What should we get?
You want some land and you want some seeds and you want to start over again.
A John Deere tractor?
You want some land and you want some seeds and you want to start all over again. So you're going to need a little money, but you want land. You get a black man some money, Gucci gonna have it all.
Yeah.
Diamond store gonna have it all. Car lot gonna have it all. You know you owe the black race, because how can the black race ever be equal to you, and they ain't never had nothing to try to even be equal to you. They had to have a job.
That's true. So should black people get put on a reservation like the Indians?
They're already on a reservation. They're already on a reservation. That job finna be gone in a minute. They're already on a reservation. America now.
Yeah.
America can't take care of itself. That white boy can't hardly take care of himself, so he fighting for him now. He ain't got time to, come on, man, go with me. Black man gotta wake up and try to do the impossible.
Oh, yeah.
Start all over again and try to see if we can help one another instead of crossing one another.
But black people start at the bottom. It's like classism is bad with us as far as we're all poor. Should at least we get something to give us a head start when we're born, when children are born.
Right today, the United Nations said, under humane justice, look how bad y'all done them blacks in America. Y'all done brainwashed them fools. Hey, white boys should say, if they ever stand up and speak for a nation, then y'all give them something. But right now, they belong to us, and we doing what we want to do with them. Leave them alone. They satisfied and content. But the nigga and the hip-hop ain't satisfied and content like the Negro is.
You know, a long time ago, Texas annexed itself from the United States. They're like, we're our own country. Do you think black people could do the same and say, hey, we own Wyoming. Nebraska's ours. Y'all leave us the fuck alone.
Watch this here. The fool that can think, he ain't doing nothing but thinking. It's the working people. We work. We can take Nebraska or any state and build us because we working people. We working people. All we need, every culture got a leader. Dr. King used to be the black people's leader. The Nigerians, they got a king. Every culture got a leader. Mexicans, they got a leader. The black culture, once Dr. King got killed, Dick Gregory, Jesse Jackson, Al Shark, all of them changed their language because they don't want to be down.
That's real. Don't want to be a martyr.
So how do the black nation, what do they do? And now, it ain't gonna be no blacks. Why? They killing one another from state to state. The little stupid fools killing one another. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Ain't no white boys killing us no more in America. We got a tribal war. Like Shaka Zulu used to go from tribe to tribe and stick his African brothers. The brothers in America going from state to state, boom, 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 shooting one another.
So, Pops, let me ask you, knowing that black people kill black people at a high rate, would you want to live in a country with nothing but niggas?
Me? I learned to live anywhere and mind my business. As long as you mind your business, I'm gonna mind mine. You come over here and bother me in my business, then we got a problem. I don't have no problem about the white boy until you go to trying to tell me how to eat. Then when you go to try and tell me how to eat, and he eating good and his family eating good, I'm coming across that wall. I'm coming to get you, white boy. I'm coming to get you and take something back to the family where the family can eat. No, I have no problem against nobody or nothing. If we all over here now. But we looking at him, man, speaking from what the man, I don't like that old hoe ass nigga. Man, you don't even know that man. What are you looking at him for and done formed an opinion that you don't like somebody? Something is wrong with you. You sick. How can I have a beef with anybody? I'm gonna run from a beef. I'm not trying to have no beef. I'm trying to eat. If I got a girl and you got a girl and you, both of us liking her, and I see it's finna bring a conflict in interest, you can have that girl. I don't want no conflict in interest. I want to eat. I'm an expensive nigga. I'm an elite nigga. Always have been. I don't have time to worry about what they doing, what them Italians doing, what them Jews doing. I'm trying to get that money like they getting it.
What do you say to the black man that gets a lot of money and moves into the white neighborhood?
Say it again.
A black man that gets money and then he moves into the white neighborhood. Should he do that? Should he not do that?
The black man, just like in my hometown, we have some houses, 2-bedroom houses, that people that been living on had so much land on it too, it was pitiful. When they got money, they didn't take that 2-bedroom house and tear it down and build them a hell of a mansion. They wanted to go over here and live with the white boy in a house that he done lived in for 100 years. Black people in America are messed up in their head, want what white folks want and want to be around white folks. Black people, the black Negro in America, he is confused. He's the most confused person on planet Earth. It's no race of people that's more confused than the black Negro. The Afro-American, he ain't too confused because he had sense enough to try to get him some business. The just black, he wake up every day and try to do this and try to do that. But the nigga and the hip-hop ain't trying to hear none of that shit that Negro talking about. It's a new day and a new time for black culture, and it's gone, it's lost.
So what do you say about the government who handicap us by giving us food stamps, Section 8, give us handouts that kind of handicap our black women, penalize our black men, and technically penalize black families incentivize black families for having multiple children. They pay for you to have more kids and you don't have to work. Do you feel the government's handicapping us?
No. The reason why I don't feel like you're handicapped, she ain't got no food. No. Yeah. She ain't got no food. The brother hit her and go off and leave her and don't bring her no money to feed her baby. Somebody got to feed her and the baby. Now, where's the black organization that see this black woman with these babies over here and things like that, and they send it in aid?
Right.
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, because if you don't have nothing, how can you help your people? Bill Crosby had all the money it was. He said he wouldn't rent to a black person. He said he wouldn't rent to a black person. He got so high and mighty that he was scared to even be around blacks because he thought because they get uppity. You got an uppity Negro. That's got $4 over his rent money and he looking down on his sisters and brothers that ain't got nothing. If y'all help one another, they ain't got to be like that. But they broke, they poor, they got to get some help somewhere. So here the government is giving them something. So somebody got to give them something. Every country you got poor people, somebody got to give them something. All of us, they ain't like us. We're going to get up and go get us something. We ain't going to be poor. But you got some women that's going to be poor. You got some men that's going to be poor. I'm glad that I wasn't one like that.
So you said something a while back where when you get information, you like to pass it on and help people. Most black people don't like to pass on information that will help other black people. We're losing our sense of community versus the other races. Mentally, do you feel like something is wrong with the black American by stepping over the black man to get up another level?
The black race in America is mentally ill, point blank. Point blank. How you gonna talk about somebody and you ain't got nothing, but you gonna sit up and talk about another brother or you gonna talk about another sister? We confused. We confused. If you confuse, you confuse. A Palestinian is not confused. A Palestinian know what he getting up every day and what he got to do. That Israel is not confused. They know what they got to get up every day and they fighting every day. They biting one another's head off every day. We're over here biting one another's head off every day for nothing. They biting one another's head off for land and freedom.
I have to ask, why do you think the crack epidemic affected us and us only so bad versus cocaine in the 70s, white people partying? The crack epidemic really hit the black people in the 80s, and we were like the only race that got hit so hard by that.
The crack, it's just like the people drank wine. Back during 40s and the 50s, the crack was wine. They drank that wine every day, get drunk, be happy, dance. Crack come along, I smoke this in my head, ain't with them problems and things like that, so that is. I can't say which one was the worst, but I know this here. Every country have sold drugs. They just build their cultures off of the drugs. The blacks sold drugs and bought a bunch of materialistic shit. They didn't buy no land, they didn't buy no houses, they didn't buy nothing. They just bought materialistic shit. Now, everybody want to lay it on crack. What about them white boys with that methamphetamine, all of that? They got their thing, we had our thing, everybody got their thing. Some of us blacks fell off snorting dope, smoking the pipe, done some of everything. I can't explain all of that.
So lastly, I would ask you then, I would say, do you feel the black American is confused or just ignorant?
I'm gonna say they're confused. They're not ignorant because they're smart enough to learn that Peckerwood's way. They're smart enough to learn how to read the Peckerwood's words and everything. The black American got a problem, and ain't no God can straighten it out. They just lost as far as a culture. If you lost, you lost. That white boy trying to take care of his culture. That Chinese trying to take care of his culture. That North Korea ain't gonna let no sucker over here. In Nigeria, if you're a punk, they just pour gas on you and burn you up. That's wrong. That's wrong. Let that person be what they want to be. Who is you to burn somebody up because they kind of feminine or messed up? Who is you?
They see it as a problem. They're trying to solve it quickly.
You can't solve that problem. That problem was before man, and it's still him.
Right.
Man mind his business. If every culture mind their own business and what their culture said do, they wouldn't have no problem. We don't even know what to do.
All right, so I want to be able to have Charleston White kind of backdoor you on a few questions. But as I bring him back on to speak, Pops, I just want you to let us know, what do you feel is the future of the nigga?
What do I feel is the future for the nigga?
The nigga.
The nigga.
Yeah.
If you don't have no man to teach you, you don't have nobody to teach you, and you destructive, and look what you doing every day, and you finna have children. It's a genocide, but who can help it? The Negro fumble the ball. They fumble the ball. They didn't teach their kids nothing. They just gave their kids something. Now their kids having kids, and these kids are having kids. And we lost, and it's not the government. Nobody can straighten us up. Charleston White said they got to go to jail. When they go to jail, they come out, they just as worse. Some of them don't make it back. They get killed in jail. I'm finna leave planet Earth, but I hate leaving and knowing that my people will never be free. And it's getting worse and worse instead of better and better.
Charleston, let's have you come sit back down. I got a question I want to run by Charleston White, and I would love your take on it as well, because both y'all have been into the the jail system. Let's just say Charleston White did the boys' home for a murder that was committed a long time ago, and you actually did time in the penitentiary.
I done spent 31 years in and out of the federal penitentiary.
31 years.
31 years in and out of the federal penitentiary because I don't obey. I don't obey. I'm going to break law.
So I want to ask this, and you can answer in Charleston. I want your take on it because you spoke on this before, but do you feel the penitentiary system is a form of modern day slavery? Especially for the black man.
Do I feel that the penitentiary is a modern day slavery? I don't see the federal penitentiary being a modern day slavery because the state penitentiary I've never been, because when it's come time for me to go to state, I got some money. I don't pay them crackers.
Yeah, right. Smart man. Smart man.
But with the Fed pay you. You make money in the federal penitentiary. You become educated in the federal penitentiary. The state penitentiary, man, I don't know what the state penitentiary is, but I know what comes out the state penitentiary, some crazy motherfuckers.
So when you hear about Angola, which people call that modern day slavery in Louisiana, Angola State Penitentiary, from the stories you've heard, do you feel like they are running a massa slave situation there with no help coming?
They're getting a lot of free work done free. So if that's what you call modern day slavery, that's modern day slavery. Because in Angola penitentiary, every penitentiary, they have to do a lot of work around the penitentiary and sell some of that shit that they grow and everything else, you understand? But Angola and any other penitentiary, man, they insane asylums. But he been to an insane asylum, so he would say the penitentiary ain't no insane asylum, but I would say the state penitentiary is pretty close to an insane asylum, where a bunch of fools are just fighting and raising hell. Who the toughest? Nothing on their mind.
So Charleston, let me get your thoughts on what you consider technically as a modern day slavery, or do you, the old man, feeling this in more of an insane asylum? Because I could see, once you said that, you know, it kind of went off in my head that you might be onto something, but go ahead.
Slavery was about economics. Prison is far from modern day slavery. Getting up, going to work would be more close to slavery.
That's real.
Yeah, homie. Because most people in prison broke into prison. They didn't send you to prison. You broke in. The average nigga I know in prison broke in. He was throwing rocks at the prison system, and eventually he finally got in. You have to do something to go to prison, and then even in prison, you can decide not to work. Out here, you can't decide not to work.
Right. Sure. But let me say this: they do control your meals in prison, and I heard that you would experiment on, let's try this horse meat, see if they can experiment on humans in prison.
They do that at Taco Bell. Yeah, nigga, they do that. Nigga, Jack in the Box give you kangaroo meat.
They cloned Tyrone. I seen the movie.
Homie, 4 Super Bowls ago, homie, Wingstop had, over 1 million pounds of rat meat China had sent over here. So they experiment on all of us. But to go to prison, homie, that's not a form of slavery. Because nigga, you can go lay up and be well taken care of in prison. Right. They're gonna feed you 3 meals. If they being mean to you, you can write a grievance. You can complain. You can call your mama and say, "Mama, call the warden." And your mama call and talk to the warden, and they'll lift some restrictions from you. So, homie, prisoners got a lot of rights. Them niggas got cell phones. And they can show where they homie, the prisoners got way more rights than a working employee.
So, Pops, real quick, you see Charleston White they put them through the boys' home system. Do you feel like any type of incarceration can rehabilitate a black man?
He wasn't hardcore in the first place. Anytime you can be rehabilitated, you was faking. You was faking, you wasn't that. You can't rehabilitate no man. If he a fool, he a fool. He gonna die being a fool. Now, if you was kind of weak like that is. See, the prison got a thing now. You an inmate or you a convict. Convict know he ain't never going home, so he don't care what the boss says. Always fuck you, boss, and always fuck you, warden. The inmate going home, so he a real nice fella. Like he said, you throw rocks at the penitentiary yourself. I used to throw them at him. I throw big old bricks at the penitentiary.
A lot of bricks.
I used to throw big old bricks at the penitentiary every day.
I hear you.
If I was a little younger now, I still would be throwing one at him. I would throw one brick at the penitentiary every day. Because I would have me some heroin, getting me some money every day. That's the only way you can get $100,000 every day in America. You can get that. So if I was a fool, I'd go back to try to throw that brick, but I refuse to throw that brick because I don't need that money that bad. So I just run a little gambling, a small fine.
Do y'all feel, and Charleston, I'll go with you, do you feel the youth today is scared of prison, scared of the penitentiary?
Nah. You don't hear bad stories about prison for kids to be afraid of. Children aren't even afraid of dying. Today people more afraid to be embarrassed than they are going to prison. People more afraid of not being accepted, or people not more afraid of not being accepted by their peers than anything. So whether that's your social media peers, whether that's everybody you're friends with in your social media feed. So the public shame and embarrassment is what everybody's afraid of. So the guy who once had money, he's afraid to let people know he don't have money no more. The guy who can fight, homie, he's afraid to take a loss in front of in the public. So they'll go to some extreme measures for this not to happen. But the young niggas being afraid of prison, I was a young nigga who wanted to go because I grew up believing that part of going is what made you a man. So I wanted to be solidified. These young niggas here want a body, so they damn sure ain't scared to go to prison. And when you look at the perception of prison from what we see from social media, prison actually looks fun. The camaraderie that you see amongst the brothers when they take pictures, homie. All them niggas together. Nigga, when you see Trap Boy Fred and all the Dallas niggas on one picture, nigga, that looks appealing to young people. So nah, I don't think they're afraid.
You know, we were talking about religion early and what people believe in. My question to both of y'all: what do you think happens when you die? Where do you go?
No motherfucking where, but in the ground. Yeah. At this point now, homie, I really don't believe in the concept of heaven or hell. I don't know where we go. Yeah, I don't know where we go. And I don't spend a lot of time trying to figure it out. Because that's gonna make me afraid to die. And I don't want to become a coward when it's time to die. I want, when it's time to die, I want to be able to embrace death like I've been embracing life. So I don't even think about where I'm going.
Pops, do you think about your mortality?
Mama, my dear, and even my no good ass daddy. If they could come back and tell me something, they'd come back and tell me something. I grew up, I don't believe in heaven and hell. I seen my grandma die, seen my mama die, and now it's time for me. Scared of a motherfucker. You talking about scared? No, I'm finna leave planet Earth and can't do what I've been doing all my life. and my body, my hands won't fold. I can't hardly walk. The old temple just done got old. Hey, nigga, you finna go. And nigga, fuck you. Nigga, you finna go, nigga. Okay, I'm going having fun. You can't stop that. My coach wrote in my yearbook, life is like a game. I learned life is a mirage. It look like it's here, and one day you gone. I had 5 homeboys dying in the last month. I said, niggas getting close. Niggas getting close. Now lay down. Niggas, you gonna wake up? Nigga, leave me alone. Niggas, you gonna wake up. Have fun while you living. Have fun while you living and make you happy every day while you living.
So Pops, that's deep because, like you said, you're getting up there in age to where do you not hope that there's a heaven to where you repent sins and you get to go feathers and wings and you get to see the pearly gates? You don't hope that there's a shining light at the end of the tunnel.
Excuse me. Please excuse me for what I'm finna say. I am P.D. Wheatstraw. I am the son of the devil. I'm not the son of God and Jesus. I didn't do what God and Jesus did on this planet. I did what the devil done. That's why God kicked the devil out. Because the devil had too much author. You got author over man. You got domain down here. You ain't got nothing up here. Go on down there and have you some fun. So I followed the devil. I followed the devil. I wake up every day and have me some fun. I always have.
You don't want to rub elbows with like Hugh Hefner?
Huh?
You don't want to rub elbows with Hugh Hefner?
What did he say?
You don't want to rub elbows with Hugh Hefner?
Hugh Hefner.
The Playboy man.
I already know who Hefner is. I read about him all the time when I was a little boy. He got a magazine with a girl there with a story. What you talking about? Put Jim Brown in his book, butt naked. Put Mario, everything. I paid attention to him, but he stayed by himself.
History
He
lesson.
didn't fool with no dudes. You seen him with a broad all the time. He fooled with broads, and he was a killer. He was a captain in the army.
So I'm glad. I didn't know. I'm gonna go look into that. I'm gonna go look into that after this.
That's how I know about a lot of the elders, homie, because the old nigga done enlightened me. So I go back and I read about them.
Yeah, just to hear that story.
Man, he can barely read or write. So when you read what he write on Facebook, he talking to his phone. Oh. So Facebook write this stuff, but he read the newspaper every day. So those big words, you see some of the words he can't even pronounce here. I used to sit, I talk to him. I spend 12 hours, homie, talking to him for years. Somebody every day. So I would go back and research, and I be saying, man, how this old nigga know about world news? How he know about world shit? And he ain't college educated. How he know about the Russian president? How he know about Kim Jong-un? He just come into power like, what, 15 to maybe 20 years ago. How he know all this? It be blowing my mind.
So let me ask y'all this then. We're doing this interview. They might watch this 300 years from now. We'll all be gone. What is important to your legacy that you leave behind when those talk about you after y'all are gone? For both of y'all, what do you want people to say when you're gone?
I don't even want a funeral. I don't even want a funeral.
No gathering to.
I don't even
gonna have the
want
biggest funeral in the city.
How many everybody in the city gonna come out? I don't even want to have a funeral. I've been dealing with people all my life. I don't have, my legacy is me waking up every day on this planet, figuring out what to do while I'm on this planet. Illiterate, retarded. Learn how to eat good each and every day. I tell them all the time, I said, man, Bill Crosby and Donald Trump had it way worse than me. Nigga, I had it easy. I ain't got to report no time. I don't even want to be over here. I don't even want to be over here. I learned to wake up every day and make me happy and enjoy myself. And being around people, you can't. And I learned to give. Here. If I got it all, you gonna take it from me anyway, so here. No, you can be happy. Well, you can be happy.
So you don't care about what people think about you when you leave?
They don't feed me. They don't take care of me. They don't do nothing. I don't care what people think. I don't. My daughter asked me, man, why don't you buy some teeth? Why you be standing there? I don't want to be bothered with nobody. I'm not interested in no teeth. Soon I go get all my teeth pulled, I'm dead. And I done went through all that pain. I ain't going nowhere. I'm already dead. So what I care about teeth? They was good until I went to eating all that candy and all them pecan pies and things. Youngster, wake up every day and make yourself happy.
Words to live by.
Yeah, I'm his legacy. He got a lot of songs, but I'm his legacy. He been talking this Texas nigger talk before we were born. So he had a club called Texas Nigga in the 60s or the 70s. So this the first man that I ever know of in history that hung the sign nigga outside in the billboard sign. And it said nigga on the building. So nowhere in America have that sign hung. And then when I crossed paths with him in the mid to late 2000s, I had never seen nigga, N-I-G-G-A, nowhere hanging on the wall. So news outlets, elected officials and everybody was kicking and screaming about him hanging those signs outside the club. So he's been owning the club since the 60s, and all of it had a nigga sign. So I remember when I met him, and he showed me paperwork that he had submitted to the government to create a nonprofit called Texas Nigger Nation, N-I-G-G-E-R. And he sent the money, and the government sent him back his money and said that the word nigger is prohibited in America. That you can't use, yeah.
Wow.
So I trademarked nigga, N-I-G-G-A, that's my word. So I remember telling him, "No, Pops, let me show you how to do it," because I was big in nonprofits at the time. I said, you can go TNN, and that ain't the name of our people. So he helped me, and so his legacy is nigga, that word. Man. I ain't gonna let it die, because he taught me the importance of that word. Those were our people, a race of people who really existed. They wasn't black. They wasn't colored, they was nigger. Their birth certificate said nigger, and their death certificate said nigger. They're not here anymore, so he called himself the last nigger. That's his legacy. So it took me a while to process this shit. I thought he was the craziest motherfucker in the world. Who was sending this to the government and try to have a weird, And so he snatched it from me and said, you can't show me shit. And I showed him. And around that time, the movie The Birth of a New Nation had just come out. And it was talking about Nat Turner. Yeah. And I'm saying Nat Turner wasn't shit, nigga. Nat Turner wasn't shit, nigga. Willis was the nigga. Nat Turner was cool long as he was in the house with the white boy. It wasn't until they kicked Nat ass out the house when he got sold. So Willis was the nigga. Nat Turner didn't want to hurt no white person. So I learned about the nigga. I learned to honor the nigga. I learned to tap into the nigga spirit. And so I learned what we evolved from, homie. Because most people forget. The African really wasn't called nigger. They created a book that was called How to Make a Nigger Slave. That's a real book, homie. It is. How to Make a Nigger Slave. So they quit importing and exporting Africans and other ethnicities into this country for slavery. So they started making niggers. Niggers was made in America. They wasn't imported. So they started having breeding forms. Niggas started having breeding forms where you bred and you made niggas. It's just like you do your dog. You get his mama, you get his son, them two big fine motherfuckers, they fuck and they make another fine motherfucker. That's how I can give my my oldest slave to my great-great-grandbaby. That's how. Because I'm breeding these motherfuckers.
Yeah, Pops.
Pop, that's your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in this pocket, Pop. So nah, homie, so sitting and talking to the old man, I got another part of our history. The niggas. They teach you about the slave, but they don't call them a nigger slave. So as I began to really assess the nigger and how they was treated, because the movies only show us a portion of it. You have to go look into real historical files in context, homie, to really see. And so I'm learning about the nigger as I'm submerging myself into the spirit of who these people are. Shit, I mean, the old niggas, yeah. So I got some knowledge out of this world because now I'm researching the nigger. So it's an incentive to do away with the word nigger. It's not an incentive for black people. It's an incentive for white people because it gets to whitewash history. Because as cruel as you think slavery was, that word nigger was the last thing you heard before you die. Die, nigga.
Yeah.
Die, nigga.
Come on.
So they even would put a sign over a dead person's head that says nigger. So the power of that word, homie. So yeah, I thought he was crazy, homie. So I'm the legacy of Texas nigger.
So Pops, let me ask you real quick. You grew up as a adolescent during segregation. What was that like for you? And do you think Charleston could have made it through the segregation era?
Charleston got a good ass whooping. Charleston lineman been dead. He'd had to kill him some Peckerwoods.
What two?
Because back there during the slave, when I come up, they had signs. Nigga drank out of that water fountain, nigga go in that bathroom now. Charleston's a rebellious youngster, so he ain't gonna do it. So he gonna have something done to his ass. Me, I was a little boy, mama and daddy worked downtown. Grandma worked for white folks. So me, as a little boy, I'm downtown, I'm drinking water out of the white folks' water fountain. It's cold. Black water fountain is hot. White folks' bathroom is clean. Black folks' bathroom is dirty. So me as being a little boy, I always been a little rebellious. When I was at my grandmother was a maid for a rich Peckerwood. Bert and Steve Cab, he owned all the cab companies in Fort Worth, Texas, and had a bunch of restaurants. Well, my grandmother used to look out for his mama and everything, so she used to take me to work with him. I'd be playing with his son. So one day, the white woman had me sitting at the table and her son sitting there. That white man come in there and said, "What is this nigga doing sitting at my table?" My grandma said, "Boy, come out here." That white woman said, "Don't you talk to him like that." So me, I've been a blessed sucker. Point blank, I've been a blessed sucker. I've been able to break all the little laws and what they said don't do and don't do. When I had a girl, got your girlfriend with me, I can't take her to the black side. I got to take her over here to the white folks side.
Nice side, clean side.
I've always broke the line, you know, and you can go to an Italian restaurant, eat their spaghettis and things, and my daddy made me a university travel to be able to go and mingle with everybody, even the gypsies. There are gypsies in Fort Worth where you go in and get your fortune told and things like that. Juice stores where you go in and get your tailor-made clothes made and all that old kind of stuff. So it's a little bit different in me than a young boy my age that was in Stop 6 because he never had a chance to leave to go nowhere. I followed my mama and my grandma and my daddy. And so I went downtown where the white folks was. So I was a little bit different nigga. And I learned to fight white folks back. They bleed just like you bleed.
And see, that was the difference between me, homie. I was interacting with white people at an early age. So you gotta understand, homie, integration really didn't kick in to late 70s, 80s. Even though they were signing these laws and legislation into play in 1964, then they came back and amended it in 65. So when they finally decided to, black people got these rights, nigga, we're in the 80s. So I'm really first generation Dr. King's dream of black children, because most of my black friends, homie, nigga, they didn't go to school with white people. We're some of the first kids in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex to move to Arlington when black people first started moving to Arlington, and our parents started going to school. We started going to school with white kids. Most of my people from Fort Worth, homie, they been a stop sick dumb boy. They didn't go to Arlington school, so they never got to go to school with white people. Most of my friends didn't start interacting with white people, homie, until they started getting white probation officers.
It was still segregated.
It was
not on paper, but it was still segregated.
Up until the late 70s and 80s, especially down south. So it put me above most of my friends that were from the hood, homie, that were from the inner city, that didn't know how to talk to the white counselor, couldn't talk to the white probation officer, or got in front of a white judge and seemed inferior because they couldn't hold their head up, talk, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Proper communication skills. So I was always considered an elite nigga. I've always been rebellious toward authority figures. But nigga, I know how to fit in. Because I've been groomed to be a proper English white boy. Like, our mothers raised us to be proper English like white boys. Yes, sir, no, ma'am. You speak proper, you don't eat with your food in the mouth. So our mothers raised us to be opposite of the ghetto hood shit. The ghetto hood shit then started becoming popular to the 90s. So, I got a different spirit from the old nigga. Because when I cut into the old nigga, homie, I would bow tie, shirt tucked in, hard bottom shoes, a cocksucker hat, and I didn't dare cuss in public. I didn't use the word nigga. I wouldn't dare nigga. Nigga, we used to get whoopings for saying nigga. You can't freely say nigga in my mama's house. If you say nigga in my mama's house today, she go, hey boy, you watch your mouth. You can't say that word around my mama.
His mama told him, she get away from that man. Get away from that man. His mama told him that. She came down there. She said, get away from her. An old lady named Miss Ernestine told her, said, say, your boy's safe down there with that food.
There you go.
Your boy's all right down there with that food. See, it's one thing that I learned to do. I'm going to respect you. I don't care where you from. I had some Africans from Kenyatta, and I had some Africans from Samola, where every Friday and Saturday, they come in here. Kenyatta and Samolas fight one another. And I had to explain to them point blank, y'all, you ain't in Samola, you ain't in Kenyatta, you in Pop Spot. Y'all better hug one another in here, and I know y'all killers. I know y'all killers. I know y'all travel and blow up peoples and kill people, especially you Samolas. Kenyatta, y'all pretty nice peoples, but you Kenyatta, I know what time it is with y'all.
Did the Jamaicans ever come to Fort Worth back in the day?
Who?
The Jamaicans that entered South Dallas.
That was on the Dallas thing.
Okay.
The Colombians came out there, but Texas niggas run that town.
Texas.
Nobody got to come in and take over our town, but the little boy, the gang, the California niggas did. But the old niggas then were gone when the California niggas came.
If I'd been home when the Crips and Bloods come, I'd be dead. Don't nobody come and take Fort Worth. Don't nobody come and put that game down to where y'all gonna fight one another. Ain't gonna do that.
So
you from California and you gonna bring this hood shit to Texas? We don't do this in no houses. We do this in buildings. Y'all in California stand in front of your mama's house and your grandma's house and do that. We don't do that in Texas. We Texas niggas, we got car washes, pool halls, shine parlors. That's where we do that. You don't do nothing in the community where the old women and the children are.
So when the feds came in and removed all the old niggas, when they come with the Kingpin and Rico, so they come through the 80s and get all the old niggas, it leave the California nigga to come with the little boy gang, the boys in the hood. See, all the old niggas, they wasn't in the neighborhood selling dope. That's a gangbanger, little boy mindset. The old niggas, like he said, they had mechanic shops, wash interiors. So they was out on the strip and the avenues away from mama and the kids. The boys in the hood niggas came and brought it in the neighborhood, standing in the grass and in the driveway of mama's house. When they come home, this what they see. The boys in the hood niggas brought the girl and brought the girls in the game. He riding with his bra, showing her how to sell dope. That's how the hoes started getting into the crack game, because these niggas started getting the bras the game. Not only did they get the bras the game, they started getting kids dope. That's how niggas started sitting in the trap houses. Because they started, the weak niggas that was doing this. These the weak California niggas that came and put the kids and the woman in the neighborhood in it. So,
because the laws against kids were minor back then in the 80s. A kid go to jail and get right out at 16.
But yeah, they was also killing kids too, though.
No, that's true.
The niggas who were getting kid dope sack were killing kids, doing shit to kids. The kids wasn't never supposed to be in the game, but you got to understand, they had a movie that was called Boys in the Hood.
You got to be in the hood.
That mentality. Listen, think about it. Not man in the hood.
Yeah.
So who do you start seeing doing this? Boys. Boys. So like the old nigga say, from 83 to now, it's been boys following boys. We don't know what no man look like. Didn't no man give us the game. So the old nigga came home and gave a bunch of niggas some game.
So, Pops, let me ask you, being in this society for, 65 years as an adolescent, what would you say is the evolution of the relationship between the black man and police? Has it got better? Is it worse? Going back in the day to now.
When we come up, we fight the police.
Oh, okay.
When I come up, when I was a little boy and I'd be in them gambling houses and I see how them white police come in there and do them old men's and how they be throwing them up against the wall, whooping them, sticking their hands all in their pockets, taking their money. But they let me go because I'm a little boy. So I'm saying in my mind, nigga, you got to go to playing football. You got to go to playing basketball. If you going to be gambling, you see how these white folks do your peoples? So, nigga, you got to have some weight on your little thin ass. So I went to playing football and I went to playing basketball. When that little white boy run in there with that bullshit, I run over that little white boy and make that little white boy chase me, and he can't catch me because he ain't fast enough. The old men told me we used to quit running over these police. Man, quit doing that, man. Man, fuck these police. So I come up fighting police. I respect you if you're a police. If you're a dirty police, I can read you when I see you. And I'm going to give you what you're looking for. I'm going to lose, but I'm going to give you what you're looking for. And when I went in the army and things like that, and I became a police myself, I'm a police. And when I became a police myself, I'm not going to disrespect you, neither are you going to disrespect me. You're going to take me and lock me up. You're a public servant. I don't want to hear that shit. Nowadays, youngsters fight one another, but when that white boy come in, they don't attack that white boy. The game have totally changed. White police whooped us. White police beat us up. I can't stand to be beat up or whooped, so I had to learn how to fight back. So me and these police, we gonna fight. I'm gonna get the worst of it. I got 4 or 5 aggravated assaults on police officers. But I'm gonna win. My mama said a dog that chase cars and a nigga that fight police don't live long. Here I am today, I'm still living. But I'm blessed. I know I'm blessed. And that's what we did. That was the difference between us and the difference between y'all. If we on the streets and the police come in here, go to bothering him, you gotta bother all us.
Come on.
You got to bother all of us.
George Floyd wouldn't have died in their generation.
Right.
We got a part of Fort Worth, Texas called Lake Como. They done kill more police than anybody. Them niggas off that west side, they done kill more police than anybody. Police scared to go to west side. So the difference is we had to fight back. You're on a wall. This is a wall. I get caught over here in Poly them white boys gonna beat my ass. I can't get, mama said, mama don't play that. Come home and you done got beat up. You got to have your knuckles got to be scarred and every motherfucking thing. Mama finna kick you in the ass. You understand? You got to fight back. So I come up in a different generation. I quit squabbling with police when I went to the federal penitentiary. An old lieutenant taught me something. Every morning I go to jail in the federal penitentiary. Every morning I go to jail. Because I can't stand for nobody to tell me nothing. Get out of my face. Don't bother me. Period. Leave me alone. So every morning I'm going to jail in jail. Police tell me one time, he said, I'm going to tear this up. I'm going to tear this up. But when my police officer stop you, man, just be quiet, leave him alone, don't say nothing. Because if he say you said anything, I'm going to ship your ass away from me. So I learned when the police come to me, I just look at it. I don't answer him, I don't say nothing, I look at it. And when I see he one of them kind, I just get ready to do him because he gonna do me, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna let him do me. I'm not gonna let him do me. I want his neck. Everything else he got protected, but the neck ain't protected. So I'm gonna get the neck. That's what I want, and that's what I used to do, and I had to learn to leave them people alone. You can't beat them people, man. They got 3 shifts, nigga. Nigga, they got 3 shifts. You one nigga. How you think you gonna beat them, nigga? And they got 3 shifts, nigga. You can't beat 3 shifts. So I learned what shift to beat them on. I beat them on the 12 o'clock to 6 in the morning. They ain't out at 12 o'clock at night to 6 in the morning. 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, they real tough because they got a bunch of backup. From 4 to 10, they got a bunch of backup, but from 10 o'clock to 6 in the morning, they ain't got no backup. So I'm coming out at 12 o'clock at night and take care of my business.
Real quick, Charles, I gotta ask you,
man, let me just say this.
Yeah, go ahead. Piggyback.
Because of who this old man in this town and his reputation and the work that I did in the community, man, everybody wanted me to get away from this old man. Because you gotta think, he ain't changed, he ain't took this suit off. He been wearing this same suit, breaking law, gambling. They said, we don't want you doing this. All the gamblers, all the killers, all the fed nigga go be at his spot. So when I come down there, nigga, I'm working with damn near the governor now. So I got the chief of police, him and everybody, and all these niggas down here. The police told me, Deputy Chief Dean, and they both know each other. Dean old, he old now. When he saw him, he recognized him, and this is what Dean told me to tell the old man. We was having breakfast at the Pancake House over at Ralph Hewlin. He said, Charleston, we don't care about y'all selling weed down there. But you tell the old man we don't want no hard drugs. And at that time, nigga, them niggas were pumping and bumping down there on both sides of the club. He said, tell him that I don't want to hear that he can't do nothing about it. Y'all got kids down there. And so, homie, we did what we did to take care of our community. But they tried to do their best to pull me away from this old man. They used to say, Charleston, what's your ties to him? What do you owe him? He gave me the keys to the building to feed these babies. Yeah, he gave me the keys to the building, homie. So I had the keys to the classy lady. Eventually, it cleaned itself up. Eventually it cleaned itself up. So one time Sergeant Willer came down there with Officer Charles Rogers and Officer Owens, gang unit. White boy, 2 black boys. And the white man walk in with no shoes on, dust in the motherfucker, coming to buy some weed. And one of the officers catch on. So when he went outside, he said, Sarge, I think they're keeping the weed over here in the barbecue pit, and raised up the barbecue pit. And Sergeant Willer told him, you heard what Pop said, they gotta eat. Homie, we never had no problems. We kept violence down. And they knew that. We decreased violence, and that was 76105, homie, stop 6 around the project, homie. It was a murder or robbery down there every other night. In and around that classy lady area. Probably one of the highest 911 calls, probably on that side of the city. The old man decreased the violence. Man, we feel safe when you're there, homie. When them women walk in and see that old man sitting at the gambling table, the music playing, everybody know we can come party and have fun, cause he gonna make sure we safe.
Yeah.
Now, sons now, y'all take y'all ass out there in the street, across the street. Now, on property, but go across the street and kill each other. But yeah, we gonna keep on partying, but that old man go rousing the guns out of niggas' hand. You see how old he is?
Yeah.
5 years ago, I saw him run up a wall.
Oh, come on now. Not Spider-Man. Come on now.
5 years ago, the old nigga, homie, so nigga aged in 5 years.
So, Pops, I want you to take us out of here. Can you tell us the importance of the black woman to the black American, to the black man in America? What is the importance of the black woman?
The black woman,
to us.
I feel sorry for our black sisters. I truly do. Our black sisters got to be the strongest woman it is on planet Earth. Why? She all by herself. She ain't got no man. A man don't know what to tell her. He can't talk to her. All a man's trying to do is have sex with her. She don't want to hear that, especially after she done had some babies and things like that. And the black man is sorry. He's not helping the black woman. He ain't helping his mama. So the black woman got a real hard job in America. She's our backbone, point blank. You got some men that's, taking care of the woman in the house and things like that. But as a whole, our black sisters in America, she's strong. They real strong because they by themselves. They ain't got no man. They little boy ain't no man. They man ain't no man. They out here all by themselves, struggling every day by themselves, trying to take care of this nigga here, his mama, by herself trying to take care of boys. My boy, my mama. All our mamas.
Yeah.
They have a hard time and we don't even say thank you. We wrong. The black woman ain't wrong. The black woman wouldn't be no hoe if her man wasn't no hoe. We made the black woman like the black woman is. We have sex with her friends. We have sex with her sisters. We're so disrespectful to us people. She got to put up with this shit because you paying the bill.
That's real.
She packed here for 9 months. How can we disrespect the black woman? If it wasn't for the black woman, we wouldn't be here. Daddy, all right? Love daddy. Appreciate daddy sticking mama. But daddies don't stay right now and help them mamas with them babies. I'm a deadbeat daddy.
That's some real shit.
The old nigga taught me how to love us. Because when I met him where I was, homie, I was straddling the fence from being a spook or a sellout. Yeah, so homie, they had just given me an office downtown. I had just signed. I was just getting this big contract with a Tarrant County Reentry Services with Miss K. Smith. So I had just bridged Tarrant County Reentry Services with the Texas Juvenile Justice Department. They had just gave me an office downtown. They had just given me Obama's a highly recognized national curriculum, Thinking for a Change. This program cost like almost anywhere from $20 to, I'm gonna just say $75,000 to purchase it, to get the complete program. So they had just given me that. And they had told me, they said, Charleston, we want you, but we don't want your people. And my response was, if you take me away from my people, then you diminish the value of who I am for them.
That's right.
And my organization can't be as strong. So when I walked away, homie, they give me back them keys and give me back that program too. Yeah, they want, homie, that program will make you strong, especially if you got a nonprofit. But they just took the disc. They couldn't take back the link that they gave me to go get the PDF file. So I got that whole book. And so I give it to worthy organizations. So when the old nigga called me, homie, he was my lifeline. Because he was my lifeline, homie. At the time, I didn't have no love for the niggas. I ain't give a damn about my grandmama and them generation, and my grandmother in her 80s. I ain't give a damn about what the niggas and slaves had went through. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, and I used to make it known I didn't care about them old niggas. So, nigga, I learned to love our people through this old nigga. I learned to have compassion and empathy for a gay black man. Yeah, he said, everybody get on the boat, nigga. We don't kick nobody out. Everybody get on the boat, nigga. Yeah. So yeah, thanks to this old man, homie. The gays, the riding motherfucker, homie, everybody. Man. So if I say, what about the child molester? Everybody, we kill them. We take care of our own trash. The one that got to be killed, we take them down there and we go do it. But we don't give them to nobody and let them do it. Homie, he gave me a love for our people that nigga I couldn't have got nowhere else. So nigga, I'm moving with love and not hate.
So let's end it like this, Pops. I want to say thank you for creating, and I don't want to say creating because inspiring, nurturing, and putting game into this young man's head because people get lost in sometimes the theatrics of what Charleston White does, but the message has always been technically the same.
I keep telling y'all I'm saying the same shit he been saying. I'm just doing it on. I listen to him. You talking about years, 12, 16 hours. And then I come tell y'all everything he be saying just in my own way.
Yeah, so again, thank you.
Charleston White don't even know who he is or what he is.
Right.
But Charleston White's mother has so much love and so much compassion even for peoples. All her nieces, all her cousins and things, that's really why Charleston White wound up being jealous. Because the mama would spend a little time with them and wouldn't spend all the time with him. But Charleston White is a mission. And before it's over with, one day he gonna do it. Charleston White's job is to go to the United Nations and tell the United Nations what a nation of peoples are supposed to do. But Charleston White said, that don't pay nothing, and then that'll get a nigga killed. I'm having fun over here, fucking with this shit here.
Let me do this a little bit.
Who on with these niggas? You understand? And these niggas are killing fast than anything, crazy as they are. Because they just in the killing. They don't care nothing about cultures and don't even understand who the young boy is and the gift that he have. But how do he know so much young as he is and he ain't been nowhere? He ain't never done nothing. It's a gift. It's a gift. All of God's men don't go to no church to get God's message. Everybody God honored and created, they went to a bush, or they went to a water, or they went to a rock. They didn't go to no church and listen to no man.
That's real. No, that's real. Message.
So, man, to me, we the devil. We man. You can lie to this person. I'm one of the greatest liars you ever seen before in life. I had to lie to get me $1. I had to play the part of a fool. There's so many ways to be a fool. How you think you miss being a fool? You think you wise everything you do? No. I wrote a book on being a goddamn fool, but it's about eating. It's about eating. I don't have no foolishness. I don't have time for no foolishness. That's why I tell all the youngsters, y'all can't execute what I give you.
Come on.
When I met him, I said, say, Pop, because I know niggas been around Pop's homie since they were teenagers. I know niggas been around this old nigga homie, they the G-est niggas in our streets. All the G niggas, homie, from every side of town and sat up under this old nigga and then got some kind of game. And I said, Pop, man, how can these niggas been getting all this game and they can't execute? He said, everybody ain't got the ear. Nigga, I listen. And he said, man, you gotta lead this motherfucker. Nigga, can you go? Nigga, I went to LA, nigga, and came back with some international game. Nigga, I ain't know nothing about selling knockout purses and clothes. Nigga, I was listening. Every day you got to have something to sell. Nigga, I started walking to the dispensary, nigga. Mailing 3.5s in the mail from the dispensary, walking, homie. Then I started taking pictures of shoes in the mall that they didn't have down here, posting it on Facebook. Niggas started buying them through. So the old nigga said, you got to wake up to have something to sell every day to your people. So nigga, every day I started having something to sell to my people.
Man, come on now, man. So I gotta say it like this, man. A lot of game, man. Hopefully, if this reaches us one person to inspire them to do some new shit, we did our job, man. But I gotta say it, man. Thank you, Charleston White, the old man, the old nigga, Pops, Weasel, they call him, man. Out of it was Stop
6.
Yeah, Stop 6 is something ground, man. I got to thank you for coming through and thank you for blessing us.
Yeah, 15 years at the Classy Lady.
Come on now, 15 years at the Classy Lady.
Classy Lady. And just by him being there, that time frame, homie, man, I got game about real estate. I learned how to take land from white folks. Man, I learned so much. And I was just there studying. I was there studying our people. So when people ask me questions, man, the Classy Lady and this old man made me an expert on black people, niggas, Negroes, the hip hops, and the niggas. I've been studying us as long as I've been studying this old nigga. And I came to the internet to tell us and show us. I got a lot of hate at first because people didn't like what they were seeing. And I say, nigga, I'm just holding up a mirror. I don't talk like this, my nigga. Stupid ass, bitch ass, dumb ass nigga. That's how the old man in Troy talk. I used to sit up and listen to this shit. And I would listen and then I would come deliver it on the internet. That's how I created my characters. Nigga, Chicken Shit Charlie, that's this old nigga. Stupid ass, gang banging ass niggas don't know homie. So all my characters and everything I've been doing online, this been my script.
Come on.
So when you hear him, people say, oh man, that's his old man. My mama said, son, you got that old man spirit. Before my brother came home, he said, you down there trying to act like Weasel. And they say that's who I'm trying to act like. Nigga, I'm regurgitating the words of this old man, nigga, with my own tune.
There you go, man. Well, I say it like this, man. Y'all on the blue couch, this is a classic of an interview, man. Thank you for coming through. Gotta say it, man. You guys are awesome, real life street stars, man. We salute it.
And before we go.
Oh, hit him. Talk to him.
I used to always wonder, every nigga who was wanted at the Classy Lady, the police would never come in and get a nigga. And I used to always wonder, man, why they won't come in and get nobody? One time I was wanted. They waited till I left. And then I find out that the old nigga had the club registered as a church. That's game you niggas don't even know nothing about.
Oh, shit, can't come in that mother.
You can't even come in because he had it registered as a church. And you talking about this wanted niggas, homie, they never would enter and arrest nobody coming out of there. They will either wait at the door, say, let him come out, but they would never go in. And I never know he had it registered as a church.
Game on top of game. Let's go, man. Real life street stars. We out this mug, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. How to win favor from the white man to not fuck up. But, you know, me, I kind of catered to the Kuta Kinte where they said, you know, my name Toby, say your name, well, you know, say your name Toby. And then he had to get whipped into
submission.
And it's like, I catered that, but, you know, when you look at a Chicken George or the families that came after, it was survival. So it's like, no, you got to dance, you know, to the tune because we got to survive. And you don't want to, you know your life is hell. Why make it a living hell? You know, it's interesting stuff.
Sidney Poitier is an African that have been in movies in America, and he never took a Bojinga role. Bill Crosby is a Negro, and all his roles was Bojingling. But Sidney Poitier was an African man, and he stood on principles and morals and respect and loyalty. That's the difference. The Negro is scared of the white boy. He's going to hold his head down. He's not going to talk back to the white boy. The African going to stand up and look at the white boy in his eyes and things like that and talk back to the white boy. Well, the Negro is not going to do that. The Negro is going to hang his head down when he talks to a white boy. He's not going to look a white boy because of that fear that white boy have embedded into the blacks in America. So the blacks in America is satisfied not knowing who they are, not knowing who they are. They accept being them. They don't want to know who they are. They reject being who they are. I learned something. I learned that I am not a Jew. I learned that I'm not a Christian. I'm African descent. in a country and have no knowledge of who I am, but I know who I ain't. So I won't follow who I ain't. I create my own mind and my own life. I'm Texas nigga nation. I stand alone by myself. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in Allah. I believe in what my grandma and my mama and them old peoples taught me. Get up every day, mind my business, and don't bother nobody. So I created this. Daddy couldn't teach me nothing because Daddy didn't know nothing. Grandpa couldn't teach me nothing because Grandpa didn't know nothing. They could only teach me what they know. I had to leave and go to other countries and learn things about other peoples and how other peoples live.
Now, I do respect Charleston for saying, like, no, we basically resetting his story. Like, not having say, I'm a nigga. And saying it starts, he knows his culture, but to say, like, hey, I was given a name, it's a slave name. So for what he's doing and what's going forward, he's resetting the story. So the story starts in, let's say, 1900s, 1800s. But it doesn't need to go further back because whatever happened further back, they already took it away from us. So why not just reset the story and just start right there? Why not just start with, all right, I was my granddaddy's daddy was a slave. His name was given to him, and he was set to go have other babies. Why don't we just start it right there? Why go further back?
Say it again.
Why go further beyond 1850? Why go back if I don't know my history? Why go further back than the 1850? Why go looking for dynasties before that time?
I can only go back into 1902 when my grandmother was born in 1902. I only know their history and what they told me. And I had to learn the rest of the history myself to put with where I'm at now. But I go with what my granny told me. I'm a granny's baby and a mama's baby. So I go with what my granny and my mama and my daddies and my grandpas and things taught me and my uncle taught me and what I saw with my eyes. So that's where I go. I don't go all the way back where Kunta Kinte, Dr. King, even Dr. King was wrong to me because you don't let nobody hit you. You don't let nobody beat you. My mama said you fight back. Dr. King wanted to go and why we can't be together. My philosophy is not like Dr. King's, why we can't be together. Y'all be over there, we be over here. Y'all mind y'all business, we mind our business. We know you don't like us. We don't have no dislike for you. You have dislike for us. We don't have sense enough to dislike you. The Negro don't dislike you. The Negro carry your name, he carry your history, he carry everything about you. Why you don't like him? Why you say he 1/5 of a man? You wrote this in 1700, what your people said. And right today, you still have that philosophy of a black man. So I can't go along with what you said. What Paul said, what Peter said, what Jesus said. I have to go along with today, the society that I live in today, and the society that I lived in from 1945 to now. What happened back then, I heard about it, I listened to it, I watched it. But I live according to the day. When I come out of Vietnam, when I come out of Buddhist country, and I come over here, you roll down on me trying to kill me. I got to protect myself and fight you back. And I can't beat you because you're over me, but I'm going to still fight you back. I'm not going to submit to you, period.
That's real. All right, let's do it like this. C-Dub, we're going to kick it off. I want you to introduce him. You bring the camera, bring him. Okay, turn on the hat. Okay.
Yeah, they got a little team.
I want you to introduce him. You don't got to stay. I want you to introduce him. Again, I just got we got 3 major questions. He already knows. We're going to kick it off. We have a, yeah, something.
Man, that Vietnam, I would love to talk to you about that. Vietnam?
Huh?
You said came back to Vietnam. Yeah. I would love to talk followed you about
Yeah,
that. That's interesting. That's so interesting. You know, for a black man. For a black man.
Yeah, he spent a year over there.
You say what?
A year.
A year.
Straight fighting though.
That's wild. They
Yeah.
said that black people were front line. Front line. So they put all the black front line.
On the front lines here.
Oh, yeah.
On the front line here in America every day of my life.
Yeah.
On the front line. Trying to eat, trying to feed my family, trying to survive. I don't live according to man's law. If I don't live according to God's law, how am I gonna follow man's law? God can't put this man over me. He's not over me. No man is over me. I'm a man. So I have to learn to think for myself and learn to feed myself and take care of myself. It's a hard job, especially when you have knowledge of not knowing.
Right.
Kuti Kinte, Phil, Dr. King, Malcolm X. Malcolm X picked up the Quran. Farrakhan picked up the Quran. They didn't pick up the Holy Bible.
Right.
Different little brothers pick up different things. What you believe in is what you believe in. The Indians believe in the water, the dirt, the air, and the fire. The Negro is brainwashed to believe whatever the white boy tell him, and he don't research himself, so he lose. You know who you are. You know your culture. The Negro know nothing about himself.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Move. Hey.